Chris here with Barnard Outdoors. I found something. I found something that's old but new. I feel kind of bad because I feel like I should have been aware of this at an earlier time. But what I'm going to show you is this is my old kit, but we got to take a look at what's in here so you can understand what's new. And this is my old Simple Theory gear stove. This is the first generation of this stove, and what made this thing so awesome was that it was the first real stove kit that was manufactured, that was designed for this, right? This is the old Stanley 2 Cup Cookset, and this thing, if you do anything in the outdoors, you are well aware of what this thing is, right? Little cup, it's got a lid, it's got 2 little green cups in it, and it's a great little pot, and it makes a great little cook set. So I've always liked this thing. I don't use it as much as I want to, but my friend Billy, I watched him make popcorn in one of these once. But what I found, I can't believe I didn't see this before, but I found it and I just needed to get it because it's the second generation of this thing, right? Here it is right here. It's the new Stanley 2 Cup Cookset, and they've made some pretty cool changes to this. I saw a few things online about it, so I went ahead and found it at my local REI, and I picked it up. One of the first things you'll notice about this is they've kind of changed the branding on this now. They call it, it's part of the Wildfire Go setup. So it's the Wildfire Go 2 Cup Cookset. And like I said, they've made some changes to this. So I want to share this with you guys and compare it to the original version. So I hope this angle works. I got a bunch of things here I'm going to kind of test out with it. But let's take a look at this here. Right? Like I said, it's the Wildfire Go 2 Cup Cookset from Stanley, and it's in nice new packaging here. It includes a 32 ounce stainless steel pot with fold and lock handle. It has little venting holes in the lid, and it comes with 2 of the double wall insulated mugs. Let's open this up, take a look at it. They do call this a 4-piece set because they count the lid as one of the pieces. I haven't even opened this. I've been sitting on this for a few days. It's been driving me crazy, but I want to share it with you guys. Nice packaging, Stanley. Pull that right out. That's it. That's all that's in the box. So there's a couple things I noticed right off the bat here. One is this new pot lid holder, which one of the complaints with this one was that you put this over a fire and this plastic melts, but a lot of people I know just replace that with a key ring. That works perfectly fine. The other thing I notice here is on the little lid lock, it's a little thicker, and it's got the bear with wings on it, the Stanley logo. Handle folds down just like the other one. It's got a little icon there. It says slide it forward to lock, and that locks it in place so it won't come up. So like I said, look at this handle on the lid, right? This is like a little piece of silicone, and then the whole thing pops up and it stays up. So I don't have to worry about that falling down when I've got this over a fire. Inside there's more cardboard for packaging and some instructions. Thank you, Stanley. And 2 cups. And they're pretty secure in there with this cardboard. They're very secure in there with the cardboard. There we go. And then there's more cardboard at the bottom there. Pull that out. So stacking cups just like the other one. They fit down inside there. Lid goes on top. You can unlock the handle, which is really secure. Squeeze those ends and you can fold it right back up. So the whole thing is secure. A little rattle, but same rattle you had on the old one there. that's a really nice handle on there. So like I said, inside we've got 2 cups, and the first thing I noticed looking at this thing, if we compare them, is this new one is a little bit bigger around, and I brought a tape measure down here with me so we can look at the size difference. It is 4 inches for diameter there compared to the old one, which was just under 4 inches. And where this really comes into play with this is that in the old one, if you had something like this Nalgene bottle, it only went down to where it tapered in there. And the new one, look at this. It actually goes all the way to the bottom in here. I mean, there's that much of a difference. Let's take a look at the bottom of this and compare it. So the old one had this little taper at the bottom, and it was about 3 1/4 inches. And this one comes in at about 3 1/2, right? So you can fit an entire bottle in there, and this is just a standard 32-ounce Nalgene bottle. I've also got a Pathfinder stainless steel bottle, and that fits in there as well. No problem whatsoever. The other thing, because this is bigger, you'll notice that the cups are larger, right? They're a little bit bigger around, and actually the old cup will sit in there, but it won't go all the way down. So this cup is actually larger. I can't remember what the size was on these. I do know that there is a little line in these, and I'm not sure what the measurements are for that. This one does not have any lines in it at all for measuring, but the pot does, right? The pot goes up to 750 milliliters, and this other one, the previous one, only went to 951. So this was 20 ounces on the old one, and this one actually comes up to 3 cups or 750 milliliters. So one of the things about the old one, and wow, I got a mess of stuff around here. The old one was nice because you could take something like this. This is just a standard GSI cup, and you could nest it in there. Now, one thing to notice, there's plenty of room for that to slide in. The new model, look at this. The new model will nest in there as well. It goes right down to where this lip is, so it doesn't go all the way to the bottom, but it fits on there nice. And then you can turn around and put your water bottle all the way in there. Look at that. The whole thing, it nests together perfectly. It's really impressive. Now, I had this in my old Simple Theory Gear stove, and this, like I said, is Gen 1 of the stove. So it was actually designed to work with this. Let's see if the new one fits. Ah, it does. The new one does fit. It just goes down to here. Doesn't matter, you can't get this stove anymore. And they did come out with a Generation 2 that is designed to fit a larger cup set. But great stove. They need to bring this thing back. All right, so I grabbed one of these. It's a Snow Peak Giga Power. This is the small canister. This is old. It just says GS 110A Fuel 110. I paid $2.99 for that. That's how old this thing. $2.99. There's not a lot of fuel left in it either, but you know, it fits perfectly down inside this thing, which is great. Now, this canister actually will also fit in the original one. It's a really tight fit, and it's stopped right at that angle. So we got the same thing here where it goes all the way to the bottom to right here, and you can see that they actually changed how aggressive the taper is there between the new one and the old one, and I think that's going to be a big benefit. Based on the size, you know what else I need? I need to grab a stove and see how well this fits, because that was one of the issues with this one, right? Is it was just a tiny bit too narrow when you put it on a backpacking stove. So let me go grab one of those real quick. All right, I just grabbed one out of the gear room. This is, I think this is a Fire Maple, and I'm not sure what the model number is, but it's a nice little stove here. It's just got the fold up legs. Go like that. Let's go ahead and put this on the fuel canister since I have it right here. You can see here that it's just barely on all three. It's very touchy if you were to use the old Stanley with a standard canister stove like that, because it can easily fall off. This is just a little bit wider, and I mean it's still pretty close, but it's definitely more stable. Just that extra width makes all the difference in the world with this. So I know you're gonna have a lot of questions about this. Please feel free to leave any questions you have in the comments about the new Stanley 2-cup set. I'm really impressed with what they did with this. Just the small improvements. It really shows that they at least listen to their customers. You know, I would hope that somebody in their design department said, hey, we know this old one's a good seller. Let's make it better. And they listened, and they did make this better. And they are making these changes across their line. They're putting everything under this Wildfire Go line. And I also picked up one of these. This is the Wildfire Go 2-bowl prep and cook set, and this has a lot more stuff in it. I'll do a review of this later. It's got the bowl, the lid, or the pot, the lid, 2 bowls, a cutting board with a trivet, a compact spork, and a serving spoon, all in this one package. And I'm actually, heading out to the West Coast here just later this week. I'm going to take this with me because this is a perfect set for 2 people to cook and eat if you're out on the trail or at a rest area taking a break from a long drive. So you will see this coming up in more videos. But I definitely wanted to get this out to you guys as soon as I could because I hadn't seen this thing before. I had no idea they did this. So if you're at an REI or Amazon or wherever you're at, so if you see this packaging for the 2-cup cook set, the new ones here, there are changes that I feel do make it worthwhile. And if you're ready to do an upgrade, I would say go for it. Just the fact that I can take this and I can put a full Nalgene all the way down into it, and then I can take my cup and I can slide that onto the bottom. I mean, that's a great setup. And if you want, you can always pop the handle off here. I swear you can pop the handle off. I just need to get the angle right on it. Pop the handle off like that. Slide that in, and then you can just take the handle and slide it down on the side. And look at that. I've got a full cup cook set. I've got a spare cup. I've got the pot that I can boil in, and then I've got my water bottle right there on top. I think there's a lot of neat new little innovations that they've done with this that it's really going to make it a lot of fun to use this. So if you have any questions or comments about this setup or anything else that I've shown here with the plethora of items I have, please leave it in the comments below. Remember to like this video. It really helps a lot with the algorithm, and share this with your friends. If they are in love with the old Stanley 2-cup cook set, tell them there's something new out. Or better yet, just go get it yourself and then show it off to them, and they'll be extremely jealous. But I'm not sponsored by Stanley. It's something I bought with my own money. Please check it out. Check it out on their website, Amazon, REI, wherever you can find their products. But I'm very impressed with it, and I think it's going to be a good piece of kit. Thanks everybody for watching.